Hello students, today we are going to start with the chapter number 13, that is The Adventures of Gulliver. So let us start with the introduction part. Gulliver's Travel is an interesting book written by well-known English writer Jonathan Swift, in which he describes the voyages of Gulliver to various lands like Lilliput and Brobdingnag. Though the character of Gulliver and these strange sounding lands are imaginary, Gulliver's experiences and adventures are written so well that they seem real and true to life. Here in this chapter, the character Gulliver and the places and all the events which are given are imaginary, but they are so well written by the writer that it seems to be real. Gulliver, the story tells us, worked as surgeon on ships. As such, he made several voyages. In May 1699, he sailed on the ship the Antelope. On the return journey in November, a violent storm sank his ship and Gulliver swam to save his life. Late in the evening, he found himself marooned on a strange land, weak and exhausted. He slept for about 9 hours. It was daylight when he awoke. Let us read what happened next in his own words. So here, when Gulliver was travelling in the ship Antelope, a storm attacked on his ship and his ship sank. So to save his life, he swam on a particular land. And what happened next is very interesting. So let's start with the first event. Gulliver meets the Lilliputians. I tried to get up from the ground, but I could not move. I was lying on my back. Then I found that my arms and feet were held down on the ground with strings. My hair, which was long, was held down in the same way. Thousands of the strings had been passed across my body, so that I could not move any part of me, but could only lie there on my back looking up at the sky. In a little time, I felt something alive moving on my foot. Then it came over my body and to my face, turning my eyes down as much as I could. I saw a man. He was not half a foot high. By his dress, he seemed to be a soldier. Then there came 40 more, following the first. I was so much surprised that I gave a great cry. Then they all ran back in great fear, and as I was told later, some of them were hurt in jumping down from my side on the ground. As we saw earlier that because of that storm, Gulliver swam and reached a particular land and he was very tired and exhausted, so he slept for 9 hours, and when he woke up, he saw that he was tied on the ground with many strings, and later he saw little people roaming on his body, and they were only a foot high, that means half a foot high. They were very small in height, and Gulliver tried a lot to see what is going around him, but the possible way to move his body part was his eye. So he tried to see or watch whatever is going on, and when he shouted, he cried. Many of the people, there were 40 men around him. They jumped off from his body, and later he was told that they were hurt. So this was the first event of Gulliver when he reached a particular land, and there he met some of the Lilliputians. Now let's see the another one. Gulliver attempts to pull free. So here, when Gulliver found himself that he is tied up with strings, he tried to set him free. But what happened? Let's see. As you see in the picture, many of the Lilliputians are standing on him and they are trying to feed him. After pulling very hard, I got one arm up from the ground. I also raised my head. This gave me great pain, for many of the hairs were pulled out. I put out my hand to catch some of the little men, but they ran away before I could close hand on them. Then I heard a noise and felt a pricking in my hand like that of 1,000 needles. I found that They were shooting arrows at me. I was afraid of my eyes. I put my hand over my face. After this, I thought that the wisest thing to do was to lie quiet till night. I thought that then my hand being free, I could quickly set free the rest of my body. Soon the platform was raised and an important looking man gave a long speech. From his gestures, I guessed that he was trying to tell me that they would not harm me if I did as they told. I too replied with my gestures that I will remain quiet. I also told them I was hungry. Gulliver tried to set him free, so he tried his best and he was successful his making one hand free, but Lilliputian started to attack him with the arrows. He was very much afraid for his eyes and other body parts, so he tried to protect his face by putting his hand. But later Gulliver thought that the best or wisest thing will be to be quiet or still till night. Later a man came and he seemed to be an important person. He started to give him the speech as if he is trying to say that we will not harm you until and unless you will do whatever we say. Gulliver understood, and Gulliver by his gestures replied that he will remain quiet but he is feeling hungry. Now let us see the another event. Gulliver eats a giant meal. Now as Gulliver tried to explain that Lilliputians he was feeling hungry, they fed him. At once 100 men climbed up onto my body and marched up to my mouth, carrying food. The bread was as small as bullets. So I ate 2 or 3 loaves at a time, and cries of surprise rose from Lilliputians that I should eat so quickly and so much. The Lilliputians were no longer afraid of me. They danced upon my body and ran to and fro. I could have caught at least 40 of them with my hands and thrown them down. But I remembered my promise to remain quiet. Indeed, I was surprised at their bravery, for I must have seemed the greatest giant in the world. Later, I was taken to the city where the king lived. A great cart was made by joining many carts. 900 men worked for 3 hours to put me on the cart, which was drawn by 1500 of king's finest horses. The city was just half a mile away, but the journey took almost a full day. As Gulliver was hungry, Lilliputians tried to feed him and he gave him bread, but their bread was as small as bullets. So Gulliver ate 2 to 3 loaves of bread together. The Lilliputians were so tiny that Gulliver can throw 40 of their men together, but he promised and he remembered his promise that he will remain quiet, and after feeding him they took him to the city where king lived, and for this they made a cart, large cart, by joining together many of the carts, and also this cart was pulled by finest horses of king. Gulliver was so large in size that to put Gulliver on cart there worked 900 men for 3 hours, and also the journey was only short journey, but it took almost a day. So this was the half part of this chapter. Rest will be continued in further video.